What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion that we do every trading day. Today is the second day of trading week. As you can see, gold and all the instrument is doing exactly as per analysis according to the plan. And this is almost the starting of the day. As you know, that the market was volatile quite a few hours earlier as well. Now there is a London session coming up. We'll be looking to have the best trade possible of the day. Starting with this session, make sure before I begin you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So make sure that you do that and stick to the end of the live session. Any trade coming along the way, I'll be opening and also I'll be sharing my setup with you. So first of all, I was looking at the gold chart. Now as you can see, gold analysis, if you have seen my weekend analysis on gold as well as in the weekly forex forecast, is doing exactly as it is, and also we are going along the way. So we see that this is the daily chart on gold, and I was looking at this chart. We saw that gold initially has a bounce from this important daily level of support as expected along with this 20 EMA. Now with that bounce, what we have seen that gold in fact has gone again to the another resistance level, and there is this long candle is a middleman on gold on the daily, and so far we have seen there was a big drop followed by another daily drop that we have seen yesterday. And in that drop on the daily, we saw that gold initially has gone up to the resistance zone where there is a daily support and resistance along the zone. Now with that previous support and resistance, we have seen that gold in fact has dropped to the support level, created an overextended to the downside, has broken this important swing low, and then has gone up again. So what I think that now gold today, what I think it might try to create another wave to the downside from this level. Highly likely it might retest this daily 20 EMA, and then we could see another bullish move. So at this point you saw that the daily candle closed as a middleman. Now the price approaching this daily previous resistance zone. Okay, now this daily resistance zone that we have drawn on the box is, for me, is super important zone where there is a daily 10 EMA. And what I think that today, after testing this zone, we could see gold may come down again for short term to this level. It could create a higher low along this daily 1981 zone that we discussed, and from this zone we'll see what it is going to do. Either it is breaking to the downside or again going to be bullish. So for the time being, what I think that gold might drop again, as if you look at the weekly, we can see that price after breaking the previous weekly low, again we have seen the price has a bounce to the upside, which is exactly expected. Now with that bounce to the upside, we see that gold again reached that resistance line where there is a weekly opening and closing, back to back 2 weekly opening and closing, and any kind of push to the upside little bit along this zone around 2003-2004 level. What I think that we might see another rejection or another drop to the downside, and this is what we will be waiting for. As we have seen during the New York session, after the New York session live that I discussed, that I was waiting to look for an entry, and we got that. If you look at the 5 minutes chart, we saw that there was a short-term drop here. We took this drop on gold just after the live session. I was almost 3 hours waiting for an entry, and we got that here, short-term selling opportunity. We took it. Now at this point, what I see that you can see from this 5 minutes, again gold is pushing to the upside to this resistance zone that we have drawn, which is an important level from the daily perspective and from the weekly perspective. So any kind of penetration in that zone from the lower time frame. From 1 hour also we see that gold, now you can see it's again pushing to the upside. So this level you can see there is a big 1 hour bearish engulfer. This is a news candle yesterday, and that is a very important level now to see how it is doing along this zone. If you look at 4 hour, we can see that the market heading to the upside. Now this push even could be in the 4 hour 20 EMA. Okay, we have drawn a couple of levels here. If you look at the daily, this is the daily previous daily high, okay, and this is the half of the daily long week. So today there are a couple of probability to reject from this level to the downside, or to go up even to test this 4 hour 20 EMA along this zone and then to reject from here. These are the two levels that very important for me to look at from the price action perspective. I think that this one is crucially important, super important zone, 2009 level, which is also aligning with this 4 hour 20 EMA. And let's see what I think that 20 minutes later this candle is closing. This one is still bullish candle. We still could see a bit more upside on the lower time frame. From the 15 minutes you can see there is a big bullish engulfer. This one also forming bullish candle. So there is still we see bullish move on this market on the lower time frame. You can see after breaking this local structure just 15 minutes earlier, we have seen another bullish move. So for me, I think that locally we still could see upside, and this upside either could lead gold to 2009 level today, okay, and then dropping from here to again to this 1982 level, or we could see this upside even breaking this 2014 level and then coming back to 1982 level. So let's see. For the short term is still we could see upside. Once we will see the downside, we will be selling. I think that because it's a very narrow gap for us to buy, we still not sure that it is dropping from this level or from this level or from this level. So any kind of strong rejection from that level, once it will be trending to the downside, we will be finding selling opportunity. From the 5 minutes it's showing significant bullish move. So let's see, we'll keep watching every detail like we do every day. Guys, before I proceed further, make sure that you like this stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, and also as you can see, we do VIP trades as well. If you want to learn our strategies and also to trade with us, if you want to become part of this great trading community, also you can visit the website link at the in the description area, the first link. Also there is a link at the top of the chat. You can check out the website to be part. So let's see. Thanks for Charan talk, thank you for being here. We do live trade as well, so any trade coming along, we will be jumping on that. Good afternoon, thank you. Good afternoon, Gloria. Good morning, coach. Thank you, Gloria, for being here. Hi, we already, thank you very much. Adiji, thank you. Turang, good afternoon, Coach Turang. Thank you very much. Melody, yes, good morning. Gbpusd analysis, yeah, absolutely, thank you. Look at it. Good morning, Coach. Thank you, good morning. Roderick, good day, Coach. Thank you. Good day, Coach. Thank you. Good morning, Coach. Happy to be here. Thanks for being here. Let me move this one. Shadi, thank you, Shadi. Hitesh, good morning. Well, good morning. Good morning. Awesome. Thank you very much for being here. We see that there is a candle close coming. Let's see. Let me know in the chat, guys, which one you are up to. So far, the level that we have found on gold is, for me, I think the best level for me will be reaching this 20 EMA on the 4-hour. This is a very important zone, 2009, 2010 level, and even could be breaking this 2014 level. This is the daily opening and closing zone, 2003, which is less likely to be rejected. I think it will go a bit more to the upside from the daily. We can see that from the daily perspective, you can see there is a big rejection from the bottom. So let it go up, because what goes up must come down. So once it will go up, we'll look at to see where we can find trading opportunity. In the meantime, let me look at some other instrument, euro dollar. Now euro dollar, you can see that also going up, which is a pullback for me. Let's look at where we can find trading opportunity on euro dollar. So make sure, guys, as I mentioned, stick till then. At any time, any trade coming along, I will be opening in this live session. We do open live trades, and I will also share my setup with you guys if I find any entry. So just keep everything educational, so that it's just for understanding, learning, sharing our own experience as a trader. So we see that from this euro dollar chart, this is the daily chart, and I always look at the daily time frame first. The reason is, for me, daily chart is very clean and reliable, and there is a lot of volumes comes on the daily chart. So from the daily perspective, what I see that euro dollar is a long-term bullish market, but at the same time we saw that there is a strong rejection from the top after breaking this resistance. So if we first look at the multi time frame approach, we see that from the monthly, this is a long-term bullish market. But though it is a long-term bullish market, from higher time frame, from the lower time frame, we see that it's on a pullback. So higher time frame pullback could be lower time frame trending. And if you are beginning out as a trader, or maybe trading for some time, still not understand the technical analysis, then this is a very, very important lesson, that many traders confused with the trend, and trend is very, very important. And the reason we confused with the trend is because I saw that many students that in the past, they always look at only one time frame, or when they look at multiple time frame, they get confused. That's fair enough. That's in the beginning it happens. So that's why looking at multi time frame will always give a big edge over the market. So when looking at, let's say, you might say, okay, you are looking at 5 minutes time, you saw the price is going up, and then you're looking at daily, you saw that going down, then what should you do? You might be asking, okay, should I buy or sell, or which trend I should follow? Should I follow the 5 minutes trend, 15 minutes trend, or the daily trend? So here comes in synchronizing the higher time frame with the lower time frame. So I have a rule that I use, that I call the rule of thumb, that I used is what I call a fourth dimensional trading. Normally I try to align 4 time frame trend in the same direction, find the best trading setup. For example, if I look at very bigger picture, monthly, and then weekly, and then daily, if my entry is 4 hour, in case I do enter on 5 minutes as well, definitely, but I'm just giving an example. So if my entry is on 4 hour, then if monthly is bullish, weekly is bullish, then daily is bullish, I find my best entry on the buy opportunity on 4-hour time frame. Now let's see if I'm trading on the 5 minutes. Most of the time gold I enter on 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So if I'm trading on the 5 minutes on gold, okay, then I look at daily, 4-hour, daily 4-hour, that's enough, or 1 hour or 15 minutes, and then looking at the 5 minutes. Okay, so if daily trend is down, maybe monthly, weekly bullish, but you could say the daily is bearish, 4-hour is bearish, then I will look for selling opportunity on the 5 minutes. So that means that I'll look for downtrend or reversal on the 5 minutes. Now, giving that example on gold, you'll see exactly, you can see that gold or euro dollar. Now euro dollar, you can see from the monthly, this is a bullish market. Okay, having an idea of the higher time frame will always, give you a clear direction. So this is a bull market from the monthly perspective, big bullish impulse, correction, it is in another impulse. Now in that case, if it is a bull market, we saw that there is a long wick on the monthly. That means that it is coming down for a pullback. So lower time frame is bearish. So if I drop this, draw this support level on euro dollar, this is the monthly and also monthly low. Now if I look at the weekly, what we see that from the weekly, there is in fact a big bullish move to the upside. Now it is coming down for a deeper pullback. See that after this long wick candle, we see rejection. So that means that from the monthly, weekly, it is in a pullback. Now if I look at daily, let's say if I'm entering my trade on lower time frame, now though monthly, weekly is bullish on euro dollar, daily is currently bearish. Though it is a long-term bull market, on the daily we see bullish trend, but we saw that the market is in a pullback. So this is where understanding is important, that what phase is in market, is in a pullback or in a trend. Higher time frame pullback, lower time frame trend. So this is where I need to understand the connecting the dots. Now if I look at the weekly daily chart on euro dollar, what I see that for me, can see this is the previous resistance here, previous support here, which is turning resistance. Now for me today, you can see, as I have found that the market, though it is a long-term bullish market, we see that short-term pullback. That means that on the daily it is on a pullback. So with that in mind, okay, so with that in mind, we see that this is the previous support here, which is turning resistance along this zone on euro dollar. Now this is the zone that I will be waiting. You can see this level is quite significant. Okay, this is how I do the technical analysis. Now you can see that this is the resistance zone here with this daily high on euro dollar, and also this is the trend line here, and which is aligning with this resistance here. And any kind of movement to the upside along this zone, I will be looking for selling opportunity. For me, what I think that because it started a downtrending move to the downside, pullback, and what I think that either breaking this high or creating a lower high with this resistance, we could see that euro dollar is coming down again. It didn't test this 20 EM on the daily, and there is a daily bearish candle with a gap opening, and very highly likely that after going up we could see euro dollar giving us another selling opportunity. And we have sold euro dollar in the New York session yesterday in our academy. So let's, now you can see this level is also aligning with this 4-hour 20 EMA. We have seen an impulse, now it is in a pullback, a very important zone for me to look for potential selling opportunity. Now if I draw this level properly, we see that this level is quite significant, and with that level we saw euro dollar on the 4-hour. If I readjust this level a little bit, we can see that there is a head and shoulder here as well. Okay, there's a big head, left shoulder, right shoulder with a multiple liquidity gap along this zone, now going up for a pullback. Okay, and from this zone, after we got a rejection, I will be looking for again selling opportunity, and it could be to this daily 20 EMA. So if we enter after a rejection, keeping the stop loss above this high will give us at least 3 or 4 to 1 reward to risk. Smash the like button. I will be waiting for that entry. Let's see if it comes along this way in this live session. We'll jump on a trade. So make sure that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I hope we can get an entry. If we find it here, definitely will not miss it. So let's see how it does for me. I think that will be a very good entry. Once we will find that, not blindly we will be selling. We need to see, you know, the price again rejecting, which is a very important concept, that, you know, trading is always a couple of things need to align. You know, we need to look for the area of value, and we need to look at the price section. And that's why I say that there are 3 secrets that one must master to be the master of trading. Is to, you know, like the Nikola Tesla said, that if you want to know the secret of the universe, things in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. If you want to master the market, then think in terms of market structure, liquidity and price actions. So this is where it comes to that. We saw that market structure currently locally bearish, area of value, that means we found that market structure is bearish. We need to see a price action confirmation for a potential selling opportunity. And price action, for example, this one is a price action confirmation, and with the liquidity in it. Liquidity is the super important thing, and this is where the big investors who really move the market, they use this concept of liquidity. If you are not sure, let me know in the chat. I will explain more about how I look at liquidity in the market. Emmanuel, thank you. Good. Coach, thank you very much for being here. Good morning, thank you. With you are the best mentor. You are the best. You're the best too. Thank you. Everyone is in this channel are the best. Amazing. Thanks for all the support that you are putting here. Good morning, coach. Can we check your NZD? Absolutely, look at it. A big week in the downside. Will it go up? Which instrument, Hitesh, you are talking about? Let me clarify. Let me know. Why do you think gold will fall? Okay, very good question. We'll talk about it till 2020. Okay, coach. What about Gbp AUD? I'll look at it. Thank you. Please, coach. Gbp AUD analysis. Good morning, thank you. Good morning. What happened with the yesterday's GBP CAD position? Yeah, we'll talk about it. Morning, coach. Please check USD CAD, Euro News today, Eurojpy. Yeah, we'll look at all of them. Thank you. Nasdaq. So look at it. Please look at GBP AUD, sir. All right. So look at now the news calendar, Forex Factory. Okay, so looking at the news calendar to see, all right, so there is a very high impact news coming up, just 2 minutes 4 p.m. now here. Scalement count. Let's see how GBP is reacting with that news. Is really need to see GBP USD. I think that this news might be pushing that price to the upside. And including GJ. So yeah, let's see how the GBP is doing. I think that GBP might move to the upside, along with gold might be having some upside movement on with that news. So we could see that the market is going up for, so let's see how this news is reacting. Okay, GBP AUD, we saw that this market is continuing to drop, and we could see further drop. I'll do a more detailed analysis on this one. So looking at GBP USD, first of all, let's see how it is doing. Yeah, with that news. So 1 minute to go, 17 seconds. So the forecast is minus 2.5k. The previous one was minus 11.2k, which is ambitious forecast. Let's see. Oh, it's so long pending. What's happening? Still pending. Chart might tell us what's happening here. Still pending. Also 10:30 p.m. CAD is coming today, and also yeah, today CAD, I don't know, there's something, the news is not being released yet. We see that some strengthening on GBP a little bit. GBP CAD also. So sometime it happens when the news is still not fully released, so it's still pending. Okay, yeah, that's a huge difference. So the forecast was minus 2.5k. The result is plus 28.2k. So actual less than forecast is good for currency. So it's a different, actual less than forecast is good for currency, so which is bad for currency now. So this one, how it works is the forecast is minus 2.5k. so the way it works is actual less than forecast is good for currency. So we see that actual is more than forecast, way more than the forecast. It's a big difference. So that could lead GBP weakening. Let's see how it is reflecting. But we see the other way around. Let's see, later we might see that reflecting on the pricing. On Gbpusd, we see that the market now so from the daily, from this 20 EMA, we can see that movement. Okay, that called the GBP CAD, GBP USD. So this news is the price was waiting to to react to this kind of news, but this is not a market mover. Keep in mind that the main market mover news is like the interest rate and NFP. These are the biggest news event that move the market. So this one will just keep the price stuck until it is released. So the news is released, we could see some now movement in the market because news has been released. So we could see the traders will start to open positions again. We could see some reflection now in the market after the news. Let me see. Now with all the USD pairs like euro dollar and GBP USD, there is a still probability to drop at least to the certain level today after reaching the resistance zone. So from lower time frame, any kind of rise to this resistance zone will give us an opportunity to short term to go for selling opportunity. So GBP USD, like the euro dollar, looking at the weekly, you can see that this is the weekly candle. Now what we saw that previous weekly, there is a doji here on the weekly. This week the market opened with a gap, initially pull back to the upside, again another rejection. Now what I think that GU highly likely will go ahead and test this resistance, and then we could see another drop. For me, I think GBPUSD will break this weekly low, will make an overextended market, and then we could see another bullish move. So any kind of a pullback to the resistance zone, as you can see with the weekly open with a big gap, and there's a resistance here with this gap along with back-to-back weekly opening and closing zone. So from the daily, the price already facing that resistance zone. This zone will be a super important area for look for potential selling. Now you can see this market slowly going up, overextension to the upside along this zone, along with this 20 EMA. We will look for potential selling opportunity. For me, I think that GBPUSD will drop further. There is a head, left shoulder, right shoulder. This one thing. Another thing is this market was maintaining this long-term trend line. This market structure is broken here. Okay, we saw that there is a local breakdown. Now with that local breakdown on GBPUSD, even if I extend up to here, with this local breakdown, what we can expect now, the price to go ahead and test this support as a resistance and then to try another attempt. Why? Because when the market, when it has broken locally, very highly likely that it will create a lower low with this previous swing low, previous support zone here. And with that in mind, what I think, after testing this zone, we can expect another selling opportunity like the euro dollar and gold that we are expecting. So for me, pull back to the upside will give us an opportunity for going short on GBP USD, especially reaching that resistance zone along this line will give us potential selling opportunity. Now look for selling on Gbpusd as soon as I will find that opportunity to do that. Also talk about gold and US oil. Yeah, absolutely. I'm learning a lot from you, coach. Thank you, Abel. Thanks for mentioning that. What's the meaning of liquidity? Very good question. I will discuss it. Can you check your USD? Absolutely. About at 1.0925. Okay, I will discuss it. What is the coming news effect on euro? I don't think this is a GBP news, so euro dollar may not be impacted with the news. Okay, it's released. Yeah, Gbpusd, thank you for USD. Yeah, something is really off. There is a big difference in the value of the news release, so it could weaken the GBP for short-term perspective. But I have a question for you guys. You need to, it's a really very important question. Then I will discuss what in fact how it works. Is that, do you think that the news that we see, the data released, is really long term? How does it impact the market? What's your opinion? Let me know in the chat, and then I'll tell you what in fact I found over time. So let's say euro dollar, you can see there is an impulse correction. So it is in a locally downtrend, euro dollar. Okay, but how does it in fact affect the market? Does this in fact change of trend, or what do you think? What's your understanding on it? Because as a trader, it's a combined package of being a trader, is to understand the technical, fundamental, and also trading psychology, which is very, very important. Also, let me know what's your thought on it. Euro dollar, yeah, sir, please check euro dollar. NZUSD, absolutely. Danny Dhiraj Singh, please do what's. Thank you, NZD. Good morning, coach. Please, can you please Aussie yen? So it's mean GBP will also Mohid. CHFJPY GBP. Okay, very good. Thank you for all the requests. So I will be looking at one by one. I'll look at euro dollar again. So the euro dollar to me looks interesting price action. Okay, looking at the euro dollar, because for me euro dollar is in all the USD pairs. I see that euro dollar is a bit more bearish than AUD USD and GBP USD. So I will keep special eye on euro dollar and on gold. So euro dollar, you can see that there is a big impulse from here, and then you can see there is a consolidation, liquidity grab from the top, and then we have seen that there is a big long bearish engulfer on euro dollar. Now with that rejection on euro dollar, we saw that there is a big impulse, and now it is correcting. Now how do I, this, I saw that a very frequent question comes from that, can I buy, can I sell? The question in fact will answer when you understand the trend. In the beginning also, everyone think to buy from the bottom, selling from the top, but what I do is buy from the pullback after a local breakdown, sell from the pullback after a local breakdown. This is the best setup I use in my trading. So now we see, because buying from the higher high, let's say you bought from this higher high on euro dollar, you said that okay, I heard that buying from the higher high, the price on the higher high, let's buy, and then you bought stop loss here just below this big take profit, and then you got a stopped out, right? So which is a very normal to stop anywhere you can be stopped out, but the higher probability happens when I see that I buy from higher, on the pullback after a local breakdown, sell on the pullback after a local breakdown. This is the best opportunity that I have found. Now we can see that this is you can see this is euro dollar price action. Is with that we saw that there is a big drop and then consolidation, and there is a liquidity grab. There has been another impulse. Now we do have a strategy to trade this kind of market and a very clear set of rules that we available in our website to learn. Now with that big drop, there is the price on a level of support. Now it's going up for a pullback. So how do I understand that this is an impulse and this is a pullback? Now it's not guaranteed. No one can guarantee anything in trading. It could be anytime an impulse and it could continue to go up, but the probability from the price action perspective, what I see that euro dollar is in a pullback. So how do I determine? I look at the market not as a candle but as a human. Okay, in fact there is always a human on the other side, right? So these are the people that I imagine or see in the market. I think that every professional trader look in the same way. Instead of looking at the candle, looking at the market as a human, that for example red team and green team, and that's a sports. In fact, a battle between buyers and sellers. There is always a buyers and sellers on the other side doing the transaction. And from that perspective, if I look at, let's say, in the last 12 hours of this time period, sellers sold this market how many pip? 91 pip. They are able to drop this market. Okay, now for the more than period, almost the same period of time, if we consider from the buyers, they have been able to revive or retrieve or recover 30 pip for the same period of time. So this is how I read the market, and that's gave me the best trading setup that I can find. So from the retail trading perspective, or from the beginner mindset, we could think of buying from here, because in that case if one not understand at all, then a trader think that okay, the price is in the low, very bottom, it may not drop anymore. The price has dropped enough, there is a big drop, now the price should go up. That's the emotional trading, and that is where the might be buying. But if you look at if I look at that, how I look at that from the sportive perspective, that for 3 sessions in 12 hours, the sellers have been able to drop this 91 pip. For the same period of time, the buyers are not being able to do more than 30 pips. So who is in control in the market? So you can write that question, will really help you. That really helps me in my trading. Is I always ask one question before I taking the trade: who is in control in the market? By answering this question really helps me to find a good setup, because the answer, so you always want to be in the winning side, isn't it? I always want to be in the winning side, because the more winner, the more money I will make, and that's the goal of trading. And so I always try to stay in the winner's side, unless you are very empathic about who is losing and you want to be in the losing side, that's different. But for me, I always stay in the winning side, so that I can win, because it's when I win for those who are following me in my VIP channel, they also win. So that's why I always look at to stay in the winning side. I ask this question: who is in control? Now, who will be in control will drop or rise the price. So in that time period, if you look at on this 4-hour candles, 3 candles, you can see, and in this same zone, we see that in fact the same number of people, it's the same in the same period of time, we see that the sellers are controlled in this market, and because of that we saw that the market in fact preparing for me, it's a drop. Now that's why I am on the sell side now on euro dollar. Now if you look at this support zone here, okay, we saw that there's a head and shoulder here, and with the neckline of this head and shoulder, now this is the area of value. So today this is, so far the price is in a pullback. That's why I see the market is in a pullback. And one of you ask, why do I think that euro dollar or gold will drop? So they normally move almost in the same direction. Euro dollar, GBP, USD, euro, almost in the similar fashion, because all are related to USD. Now you see the DXY bullish, so we could see bearish on gold and euro dollar and Gbpusd and AUD USD. So with that in mind, what I will be waiting a bit more penetration to the upside, especially along this 420 EMA. We'll look for selling opportunity on euro dollar, long-term bull, short-term bearish, short-term trading opportunity. As soon as I will find, I'll jump on a trade, and also I'll share the same trade alert to all the students who are trading with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Also, if you want to be part of this, you can find a link in the description area. You can join us to be part of this great trading community, and also you can find a link at the top of the chat, the website address. I'll recommend you to visit the website, ask any question in the live chat. She will be able to answer immediately if you have any question. And there is a lot of value in this community. We have a great trading tools, this TF indicator, as well as VIP chat group, and as well as all the trade that I open in my account I share in the VIP chat group. We do have an incredible trading. Last week we gained almost 322 pip net gain, and which is around 9.3% in 1 week alone. As well as this week we started with yesterday good trading startup, and today I'm looking forward to have some good trades on any instrument coming up. So let's jump back to the gold. We see that gold on the lower time frame. Let's see how it is doing. So as I mentioned earlier, so we see that, as I mentioned, there is a 4-hour candle close on gold, which is in fact significant in this movement. Okay guys, so okay guys, I think you can see me a little bit of off the screen. Okay, so you can see there is a candle close, and with that candle close Okay, so you can see after the candle close, we can see some reaction coming from the daily resistance level. So with that reaction, what, as I mentioned, that gold, if we see that it is dropping to the level again, we might see that this market again coming to the daily 20 EMA zone. Okay, so any kind of movement will be looking for potential trading opportunity along this zone. So looking at the 4 hour, after the candle close, we have seen primarily a reaction from the top. Let me see what it is trying to do. So from the 1 hour, this is a super important level here on gold. You can see below this doji, which is the previous support, which is turning resistance here. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. There is a little bit of display. Okay, so from this lower time frame on gold, as you can see, there is today's price action so far. The price is still Okay, I see that Akshit. Okay, Akshit, no problem. Just after the live session, I will be with you one-on-one and will help you if you have any queries. Sure, no problem. Okay, so after the live session, I will be with you one-on-one to help you what setting you are stuck on. Don't worry at all. Okay, so let's see what's happening with gold now. From the 1 hour perspective and 4 hours, so after the candle close, there is a impulse. Let me see the Fibonacci here from high to the low. Okay, so you saw that Fibonacci level. From Fibonacci perspective, gold has reached exactly at 61.8%, and we saw that from this level there is a, from this resistance zone, there is a rejection to the downside on gold. Now what I think that from this zone, this is the resistance zone, and from that level we can expect a rejection. Okay, so with that rejection, if I look at the daily, you know, this is a very crucial part here on the daily, that the price is hitting this resistance zone. Euro dollar. Okay, so euro dollar, we saw that it's moving up again, which is very needed for this movement. If we look at the upcoming news calendar to relate, so we see CAD news is coming, so there is no USD news today, there is USD news after tomorrow. So there's Gbp tomorrow, so we could see that euro dollar, in all the USD pairs, I find that euro dollar is currently showing very good trading opportunity, and any kind of movement to the upside will give us, you know, trading opportunity. Now from the, let me look at dollar CAD. Now dollar CAD, we see that from daily perspective, dollar CAD, it is in a downtrend, very strongly downtrend on dollar CAD. If I look at the weekly, there is a big bearish candle from the weekly perspective on dollar CAD, but at the same time we see that this is a weekly support level on USD CAD, an important level of support. If we look at the monthly, we can see that from the monthly perspective, The price on a monthly level of support. From the daily, we saw back-to-back two waves. So there is one here, big wave, followed by this correction. There is another wave followed by this correction. Now for me, as we see that there is some strengthening in DXY. So with that said, because CAD is getting also very stronger. See, I don't need this close here. So CAD is also getting very stronger, and because of that reason we could see dollar CAD further downside movement. And from the bigger picture perspective, dollar CAD is currently bearish. You can see there's a big long red candle followed by a doji. Now this bearish candle the previous week, it has crossed the high and also crossed the low, and that has a equal, almost equal week at the top and bottom, which is a bearish candle. Initially we have seen so far an attempt from the buyers to break this high, and we see again come. So in that respect, what I think that dollar CAD highly likely the price might come down back to this level again. So there is a very high probability for a short-term drop on dollar CAD. Okay, GBP CAD, we see that this market for me it's turning to be a bullish market. We open a big trade on GBP CAD to the upside. So you can see this candle currently grab liquidity and trying to push to the upside. I think GBP CAD will reverse from here. Hopefully that's what I'm expecting. So all of them like GBP USD, AUD USD short-term bullish. Okay, so GBP USD also we see that now with coming with this strengthening from this daily support, we have seen a bounce. So all the USD pairs including euro dollar, especially for me euro dollar looks for me, I'll look for, in all USD pairs I'll look for euro dollar is for me the best, because it is showing a very clean trending direction. There's a big drop, correction, drop, it is in correction. So any kind of movement to the upside, I'll look for potential rejection from the top, will look for potential selling opportunity on euro dollar. So gold, you can see after dropping again, pushing high, this one any kind, I think it might go try to break a little, to the upside, because if you look at the daily on gold, it has broken this daily low. You can see a little bit overextended and has gone to the upside. What I will be really happy to see, it has gone to the again daily opening and closing, which is an important area of value, or even breaking this high and then again returning back. So breaking to the upside to this 20 EMA especially, or breaking this high and giving a strong rejection from the top will give us another selling opportunity. I will remain bearish on gold. As soon as I will find that trade in this live session, if we find, we will do that, or if I'm on live, I will send the same trade that I take in the VIP Telegram channel. If you want to be part of that, also you can join us. There is a link in the description area. You can visit the website. Also there's a link at the top of the chat. You can visit the website, join us to be part of this trading community, learn our strategies, and also to trade with us, to access all the trading tools that we have, and also be part of a VIP chat group where all the traders are trading and discussing their ideas all together. Mohit, it means Gbpusd will, okay, short-term impact. Yeah. Madukas, have you closed? No, we didn't close Gbpusd. For me, I think that we should be able to see bullish move. Chetish, so gold, yeah. Okay, so that's an answer from Mohit. Is this kind of news is for small manipulation in the market, but the direction of the market is depends on the main news. Okay, then news release shows us the long-term goal of the currency, possibly for the entire week. News release shows us a long-term goal of the currency, possibly for the entire week. But okay, very good answer. Major move. Okay, my own opinion is that the fundamental only facilitate the market direction towards the technical. Mr. Emmanuel, very good answer. Okay, well, I think that some news can be used to trigger market sentiment, also very good, especially high impact news. Okay, very good idea. Some news can have no zero impact. Yeah, that's true. Some news doesn't have any impact at all. Okay, coach, did AUD and ZD change direction? Okay, Akshit, no problem. After the live session, I will be with you one-on-one, and I'll sort out all the things that you're facing, and just allow this time, and then I'll be with you. Thank you. Coach, did AUD and ZD change direction to bullish? We'll look at it. Gold is exactly, yep, brother, in Euro USD chart to that pullback when the price. Okay, I'll look at it. Gold, gold, I think that I'll not be buyer at the moment. It's in a downward wave. I think that gold, as I mentioned, that gold is short-term bearish. Gold entry, please. Yep, so let's see some indices. US30, we have seen that US30, as I mentioned, has come to a very important level of support. Okay, and from that support, if I look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, US30 is again showing a strong bullish momentum. We can see this from this support on US30 created a higher low, and the price again moving to the upside with this higher low creation. Now US30, if I look at the bigger picture on the monthly, we can see that this market from the monthly perspective has come to this level, grabbed the liquidity and crossed this above, created this big bullish candle. Now here what we see that US30 is there is a gap opening here, and then so far monthly showing a very strong bullish momentum. So from the bigger picture, we see US30 is bullish. Now from the weekly, what we see that there is a big bull move. We'll discuss about this news stuff. We see there is a weekly perspective, the market is still bullish. Now from the daily, this is a typical strongly bullish market structure. What we see that every day the price was creating grabbing liquidity and then creating this big bullish move to the upside. So from the lower time frame perspective on the 4-hour, what we see that US30 creating a higher low, and then this is the daily chart. The market is still bullish, and I think that this market will continue to rise. At least we can expect this market to go up to this resistance zone. So from the 4-hour perspective, what we see that the price has formed a double bottom here, higher low, and the price again moving to the upside on US30. So from the lower time frame perspective, for me it's bullish. We saw there is a double bottom here along this zone, creating a series of higher low. Any kind of, you see this price is smoothly moving. I need a little bit of drop and a long wick candle with a strong liquidity grab. I'll look for strong buying opportunity on US30. It's a long-term bullish market. So with that in news thing that I asked, this question is, you know, the bigger picture is that news is this is a long-term, you know, perspective to look at, is that when there is a news, okay, at the end of the day, the technical aspect will give you a clear roadmap in the market. But what happens is that when there is a news, it comes a huge volume in the market, and as a retail trader, it is almost impossible to know what will be the result of the news. Even if you know, that's illegal, that's insider, it's not possible to know. So as a retail trader, the only thing that we can see is the news released and then the price spike in the direction. So how do one can use news? Now let me give you an example that how I look at news and how it really shape the trading. If I give a couple of examples from the past results that we can see on news. Now you see all the candles that I remember, most of the things then when the news is being released. You see this pattern on our TF indicator. If you go back in time, okay, you'll see that all those, this is a news candle. Okay, if you go back in time, you'll see, in fact, this is a news candle, and that news, this is 24 hours before news. Okay, and we have traded on live market this candle. How did I see this one? Is that when there is a news will be released, here was the news on AUD. Okay, and you see 1 2 3 4 5 around 20 to 24 hours earlier, I got this pattern that I looked at, that I was searching for. So there is always a pattern that price action leaves when there is a news coming up, and this is what I use as a news and price action trading strategy, combining together price action and then the news release. So this is where I found the best way to map to see which way the market might be heading, because when there is a news release, there is always a clue that price action leaves. That is the only information that we have as a trader to look at the market to see which way the. Now this is a very effective way that I look at in the market. On the other hand, once the news is released, there is a volume comes in the market. The reason is, once the news is being released, a lot of traders close their position because of the uncertainty the news may bring in the market. And once the news has been released, there is a volume come in the market, and that is where the best way to look at the market to trade the instrument. So this is the best opportunity that I found to look at the market. Look from the bigger picture perspective, only NFP that moves the market, like that sometimes change the trend in the market, because there is a big policy change comes. But for the the news that regularly being released, though they are high impact, for example, those news, we see that you see there is a, let's say, McLem speaks. So that news, normally traders try to find a clue about the future policy change that coming in the market, and when he speaks, the market really shows some good movement, because from that speech there is always some clue that traders try to find out, the investor try to find out, to see which way the market, the future policy will be heading. Other than this, let's say CPI, flash manufacturing PMI, flash service PMI, this news is a short-term movement, but they normally do not contribute in the change of trend. So this is how one can, but these news are really crucial, though they don't change the trend, but because of those news, the market shows a predictable pattern which way the market will be heading. So this is how I see the over long term that I found, and which is very good for me. That's why I look at all the time news calendar, because that brings a volume in the market. And before 24 to 48 hours earlier than this news release, there is always a correlation between the price action and the news. For example, if a pair doesn't have any news coming up, that pair may not show that much of trading opportunity, the one that is coming up the next news. So this is where we look at. Otherwise, the technical aspect will always governs the market. So looking at now, before I see the euro dollar is now going up to the zone that we are expecting. So should be the gold. Yeah, gold also, gold looks very bearish today, which is going up, which is good for me. I will be looking at next gold for a potential selling opportunity once the price will break this high or any kind of along the way. So I'll keep watching gold chart, euro dollar, and Gbpusd, and all the instrument that we are trading, including dollar yen. If you want to be with me in this journey, also you can join us using our website. So I will be coming on live again in the New York session time, and in the meantime, if anyone looking for regulated broker, also you can use Trade. They are regulated. You can use our link to open an account with them. I'm giving a link on the chat, Trade regulated broker. So you can use that link to open an account with them. You can start even with as low as $100 account. They are regulated, so your capital will be in the safe hand. Thank you very much, guys. I really enjoyed, and I will come back again in the next live. Hopefully that we'll see again. And in the meantime, I will keep watching the chart to find the best trade in the next live. If there is any trade coming along the way, as you see that we do often open live trade as well. So thank you. I'll see you soon again. And until then, stay happy, manage your risk. Thank you.